And of course he will have the backing of this partisan crowd behind him. Has momentum too, coming through qualifying last night.
First leg, Andy to throw first.
Hikmet Albay, Christian Bunz, a match that went the distance, 6 legs to 5. And also René Burns as well. Schindler, one of 4 German qualifiers to come through last night. Max Hopp, his World Cup teammate,
80.
being one of the others as well. And as you can hear already, the crowd playing their part in this one, hoping to inspire Schindler to
100.
victory here. Certainly not short on confidence, Martin Schindler. Just seems to be building up
45.
his reputation with every big stage experience that comes his way, and he's getting plenty of them. Qualified also for Hildesheim at the start of the year, lost to Diogo Portela in that one, beaten by Paul Nicholson as well in the German Open.
97.
Qualified for Gibraltar too, then that World Cup experience as well last weekend. And it's just another stepping stone in the developing career of Martin Schindler, who, let's not forget, still only 20 years old as well.
Yeah, well, I think that Schindler and Hopp showed last weekend in Frankfurt
100.
that there's potential there. They are symbolic of the game of darts in this country. There are huge opportunities for this
85.
game in Germany, huge opportunities for these 2 young men in particular. I know that Paul Nicholson's talked about Martin Schindler and how much he likes his approach to the game, as well as the no little skill he's displayed. I know Chris Mason has been
100.
bigging up the wall on social media following his performances last weekend. And they're not alone, those 2 former pros, in expressing their admiration for Schindler.
99.
And 99 will leave him a Shanghai finish for a potential break of throw against the former world finalist.
And of course, Schindler, having earned his tour card earlier this year, we've seen him over the last few months have a crack at the UK Open qualifiers and the Players' Championship Series, as well as the European Tour events here.
140. Martin, you require 120.
And he's still putting in the hours on the development tour as well.
He's certainly got a lot of darts to play, Martin Schindler, with the development tour, Pro Tour, Euro Tours. Who knows? Whispers might even see the
60.
World Series come to Germany at some
And you
point.
require 36.
Well, it wouldn't be out of place here, given the crowds that these European Tour events continue to attract. I mean, it's another huge Friday crowd here as well. Tomorrow and Sunday will be very busy indeed, as Hamilton looks at double 9.
27.
And it just opens the door for Schindler here to break throw in the very first leg.
Well, Schindler talked about the crowd and their influence in his World Cup debut last weekend in Frankfurt. They may already be proving a factor here. Can he use them? Can he use that dart? Yes, he can.
In the first leg.
And the crowd are on their feet for the wall.
Well, perfect start for him.
Second leg, Martin
Break of throw.
first.
Got lucky
Game on.
with Hamilton fluffing his lines on his doubles. I have to say as well, of the UK qualifiers, apart from Adrian Lewis,
57.
Andy Hamilton has the greatest pedigree of the players to come through the UK qualifiers. I mentioned the World Championship final appearance 5 years ago. Made the UK Open final 4 years ago. He was a Premier League finalist, semi-finalist I should say, sorry, in 2012 too.
134.
Yeah, you don't get handed a place in the Premier League finals night as a gift. You've really got to go and earn that. And Hammer, for a good
100.
couple of years, was making the quarterfinals at least of every big TV tournament, and that is just phenomenal. It was consistency. You knew exactly what you got every time Andy Hamilton went onto a big stage. Never been a hugely successful floor player, but you put Andy Hamilton on a big stage with a big crowd, and that's where he's
95.
traditionally come to life, produce his best stuff. A hammer, though. I mean, 54 in the world rankings. Wasn't seeded for the qualifiers for this, so he had to win 3 games, beat Dawson Michelle, Ryan Meikle and Robert Thornton. And just getting to the European Tour events has been tough for the hammer.
60.
Awesome Dawson Michelle. Not the only one.
Only one I can think of.
6-1 he beat him. And yeah, Robert Thornton, the eye-catching victory for Hamilton
60.
in the qualifiers. Thornton was seeded 6th in those. Came through that one 6-3, and as you say, Ryan Meikle 6-5 as well.
Just the 60. Ton 40 here for Schindler. Could get him back in this leg, because it's not been a good leg from Schindler so far. Oh, look at the room. Oh, not on that side.
80.
Stayed there as well.
Well, it does leave him a finish.
It's a Peter Hudson 164 style checkout that he's looking at. Hamilton won't be finishing off here and now. So Schindler with an outside chance of holding his throw here.
92.
At this particular visit.
64.
Saw Schindler take this out at Q School at a crucial moment in one of his games. But he's not going to do it here.
58.
And in fact, no troubles at all.
And
Means
he
that
records
Andy
60.
Hamilton is given a golden opportunity to break straight back and level up at 1 apiece. Has to move to get out of the way of that first dart. Oh, well. Double 19. Nobody's
22.
favourite down there.
Martin, you recall
Well.
106.
Moved over to the right-hand side, or just shuffled over, but shuffled over maybe a bit too far. Schindler back in the reckoning here. Ah, well.
Not very far away with either of those darts, but far enough. That means he doesn't
62.
get a dart
And he requires 38.
for the leg. Looking to split this? Was it a wise decision? Yes, it was.
In the second leg, Andy Hamilton.
A 20-dart break of throw, but matters not
The
how many
leg,
darts
Andy
it takes
to
you.
throw first.
And it brings
Game
up
on.
Hamilton's first leg on the European Tour this year. He was beaten 6-0 by Vandenberg in the first round in Saarbrücken.
Bit of a landmark for PDC Europe this weekend.
So I believe, if we're singing from the same hymn sheets.
121.
The 100th PDC Europe event. Not 100 European tours. It's not been quite that established. First one being an event with Phil Taylor in Munich.
140.
Then we had the first Pro Tour in 2013. But since then, 99 more events, including this one. And the European Tour continues to go from strength to strength. 12 events this year. There'll be a 13th next year as they look to move to Copenhagen in Denmark for the first time.
Not too far from the
100.
Danish border here as well. I remember last year we saw 1 or 2 fans with the red and white flags. Even though I don't believe there were any Danish players involved. Not that I can recall anyway.
100.
We have seen the odd Dane playing PDC darts. Per Larsen, of course. Jan Hoffmann, I remember. Legendary Jan Hoffmann playing in the World Cup of Darts.
140.
Ton 40 for Andy Hamilton, looking to go into the lead for the first time in this match. Halves his score, leaves 140.
And he requires 140.
And it was Marco Cantele who came through the Nordic Baltic qualifiers for this one. Hamilton sensing an opportunity which has just been completely extinguished.
Yeah, and just made things frustrating for him, because even if he just hit a single 20 there, he could have hit another 20 to leave tops. And as it is, he's looking at treble 17, and he's only hit 2, so he may only get 1 dart for the leg, when really, after that first dart, the minimum, be thinking you get 3 on his next visit.
77.
Yeah, we've
And he
got going in the end,
requires
Schindler
73.
there with that particular visit.
Well, there's the 3. Oh, double 5.
63.
Dreadful first dart,
One
rescued it with the second to
84.
give him a dart at a double rather than the bullseye. But it wasn't the double he wanted, and he's not able to hit it. So Schindler.
For a third successive break in this match. Absolutely lovely. Double 12. Oh, very nice indeed.
Listen to the crowd here in Hamburg. 84 taken out in 2 darts.
Full flag, Martin to throw first. Game on.
He may be little, but he's dangerous. In fact, I'll tell you how little Martin Schindler is. Not in the boring height, feet and inches, or as they'll have it in metres and centimetres over here. He is so kleiner a dart spieler that when he was being interviewed at the weekend on the TV, as Hammer fills it up. 180 number 1. Yeah, when he was being interviewed for the telly, he had to stand on a box.
Like I used to when I went to the football when I was 5 years
67.
old. Then were the days. I used to take a box.
Martin Schindler is not. He's not 5 years old. Just
to clarify that, yeah.
20 years old.
20 years old. He's born around the same time as Max Hopp, wasn't he?
I believe they're the same age. I believe they're both 20.
Yeah.
59.
Same month and everything. George Noble just having a glance over his shoulder at one or two elements of the crowd. I've had one or two row call-outs today.
Sun 40 for Schindler. Withering look from George Noble.
This looks good. Main.
Oh,
74.
now that hurts. That really does hurt Andy Hamilton, because an extra 18 points there obviously would have got him to a finish. Schindler knows he's got 2 visits from here to open up a 2-leg advantage. This looks a good setup. It's a very good setup. We'll give him 2 darts for the leg and to open up a 2-leg cushion on the Hammer. The former world finalist. Hamilton, of course, started this leg off with a maximum.
Yeah, not for the first time today. He's strayed over to the other side.
80.
Well, he's recovered it to an extent, but he's still got a lot of work to do, and he's got to just wait and hope here that Schindler does not take out this 54, but he's looking at tops, and he's got 2 darts in hand. And the second dart comes to his rescue, and Schindler establishes a 2-leg lead. It's the first hold of the match as well. 3-1 the score. And Martin Schindler, the man who really set the World Cup on fire last weekend, is in a good position, but Hamilton once again rattles in a 180. 2 singles matches last weekend for Schindler. He beat
41.
Brazil's Alexander Satin 4-0 in that 2-0 defeat of the South Americans, but then lost 4-2 to Van Gerwen in that brilliant defeat by the Netherlands.
He was 2-0 up on MVG, though, and he had chances. If it had gone 3-1, it might have been a very, very different story, but still, very early days in this young man's professional darts career.
140.
And still early days in this game. Schindler is halfway to victory, but Hamilton, with a good 95 points plus these ahead in this leg, as he looks to close the gap to just the 1.
58.
Significant shift over.
60.
Still no trouble.
167. 43.
Loose
Well, yeah,
darts.
again, it's been a feature of Hamilton's play today.
As long as Schindler stays straight here. Ton leaves 160, Ton 40 leaves a Shanghai finish. Gives him a very real chance. Now, it's nice and straight, but he's going to have to find at least one treble. Can he do that?
60.
No, he can't.
No, back-to-back 60s. And that was a
124.
real chance for Schindler. Just to ask a question of Andy Hamilton here. Hamilton still a lot to do, especially with that first dart as well. Another loose one. Treble 18, just to square things off.
38.
Well, back-to-back 60s for Schindler, but 38 after a 43 for Andy Hamilton. Leg he was completely in charge of. Now he's got problems.
140.
Very serious problems.
And you require 86.
Because this may only give him a dart at the bullseye, and it may have to go, or he may find himself 4-1 down. Stay in there. Oh, has he gone double-double? He tried, gave himself a chance, and he wasn't
61.
far off the bullseye. Sensible thinking. I like that as a shot, because had he hit double 18, he's got double 16. He was in danger of throwing it out the board, but he gave himself a dart for the leg, unable to take it. 20 for tops for 4-1, and a real grasp on this game and a place in the second round.
40.
Ooh, Schindler, 2 darts
And you
missed.
require 25.
Yeah, having taken double 20 before. Couldn't do so then again. Hamilton should have 2 darts at a double hit. And it is double 8. Double 4. Anxious times here for the hammer.
He shows in a
But
fifth.
the anxiety
Andy Hamilton. Sigfrid Martin to throw
is put on the back burner. And he keeps himself alive. Still a breakdown here though.
And you saw that trademark hammer
100.
roar there in celebration. Not seen a great deal of that in this game. He's a very aggressive character at his best on stage. It's very difficult to do that when you've got, you know, several hundred people in the audience who are all cheering for the other guy and pretty much deriding any bad shot that you make.
140.
Making his debut here in Hamburg is Andy Hamilton. He lost to Max Hopp in a European Tour event last year, Schindler's World Cup teammate. That was in Gibraltar 6-4. As Schindler
140.
threatens another big one. Just when he needed it most as well, just to give himself some more breathing space.
Well, decent stuff from Martin Schindler. He knows that 3 solid holes of throw are all he needs to book his place in the second round to face the number 4 seed, the wizard Simon Whitlock.
60. Martin, you record 121.
Taking his time here, Schindler. Well, that would have left tops had he found the treble 19, but as it is, he's still handily placed it.
Crowd just looking to lift their man. Oh,
43.
yeah. 43.
Martin, you require 78.
Please 158 for Hamilton. It is a finish, but it's a horrible one. 20 for tops. Just going to move very slightly.
38.
Oh, that's his last 3 darts at tops
And
he's
you
missed.
record 158.
This would really hurt Schindler if Hamilton somehow took this out. Not beyond the realms, but it won't happen now. Schindler will return, looking at tops then for a 4-2 lead.
58.
And establishing or
40.
securing one of those holes of throw that he needs to get the job done here.
The two-leg cushion is re-established as the German edges closer to a place in tomorrow's action.
Game on.
It has not been overly convincing from Schindler, but it's been enough so far. He's been aided by Andy Hamilton, only hitting 20% of his darts at double.
95.
But he is by no means safe, Schindler. Both men averaging in the 80s. If one of them turns it on, just steps it up a level, that may be enough. Oh!
120.
Well, you could see it almost apologising as it bounced out of the board, that one. And it was met by a collective groan from the majority inside the arena as well.
Anguish here in the hall in Hamburg.
I think it's fair to say, though, that performance of the day so far still belongs to Peter Hudson.
140.
Well, Peter Hudson was very good, but I've got to say, Justin Pipe was also, except for Christoph Ratajski played very well. Actually had a higher average than Peter Hudson, but he was beaten 6-4 by the force. However, you are right, Peter Hudson only missing one dart at double against Brendan Dolan to kick things off.
The thing about Pipe is, though, I mean, we used to see him do that on a fairly regular basis. That's probably distorted my view a little bit, maybe. But
well, I think we've seen a very good standard in general. And Richard North, you've got to remember, 6-1 winner on debut.
Yeah, another debutant on the way as well. Lee Bryant against James Wilson, the next match coming up. Here, though, Schindler looking to get the job done here. Would like another treble, but he won't get one. Still in the frame in this particular leg, but he won't be too concerned if it goes Hamilton's way, but would love a little bit more breathing space than he has.
Oh, to leave tops. To leave tops.
It's there, gaping.
To leave tops. Maximum for the hammer. He's hit 3 of them.
Yeah, it's worth the wait.
$60, and you require 40.
Well, Schindler may well have forgotten about this leg already here. Hamilton with 3 darts in hand.
He shows in a 7th leg.
Beats 2, and he keeps himself afloat here.
Game on.
Just giving Schindler 1 or 2 more reminders.
140.
You see, there's not a great deal in those stats there. Schindler outscoring Hammer on the 130 plus scores, the 2 treble visits, but he hasn't got a single 180, and Hammer's got 3 of them. First 9 average, exactly the same. The overall average, very little in it. There is only 1 leg difference, but Schindler is just doing enough on his own throw, having got the break that he needed, and that is just keeping his little Teutonic nose in front in this contest.
$100.
Yeah, no 180s from Schindler today, but 8 140s to Hamilton's 4. And it's that consistency that,
60.
as you say, just keeps him ahead of Hamilton at the moment here. But Hamilton certainly in the frame still. Bang on cue, he finds the fat one again.
Well, the problem with Hamilton, he's had too many visits like that, 41s and 38s and such, and despite the fact he's thrown 3 180s in this game so far, it's been feast or famine. Now, is this a first maximum for Schindler?
140.
Still searching, it's yet another ton 40.
It is, and I mean, that'll do. I mean, that will more than do. Again, he has the cushion here of 200 plus, minus these. And Hamilton, once again, the trebles are deserting him. He's found one there.
Martin, you require 64.
I'm going to look at treble 8 for tops here. Well, he went for the 16s, I can assure you. Tops.
44.
Just a little bit low. Oh, Again, Hamilton, first dart, a wild one. The second dart's a wild one as well. And that
11.
is something that Andy Hamilton never used to do 3 years ago. When he gets a bit frustrated, he will throw a dart away. So methodical, Andy Hamilton, with every dart he threw at his very best. And now you're seeing that you may bust this.
No score.
And he does bust it. But now you see Andy Hamilton sometimes, he gets frustrated, and the last dart, he doesn't go through the whole process. He throws it away, and sometimes it costs him. It cost him there.
Because he could have had a chance, albeit a big outside chance, but it's a chance. It would have been a chance. He's got no chance with this particular visit. He's got to hope that Schindler fluffs his lines again here. Double 10 once more for Schindler. And this time he gets it absolutely right. And Martin Schindler, the wall, is one leg away from a meeting with Simon Whitlock in the second round tomorrow. And it could be a perfect start for the German campaign here, with Max Hopp to come, and with Mike Holtz to come, and also with the debutant Eric Talfest to come as well.
Wow. A number of debutants here today. Already seen one, and Richard North win. Can Lee Bryant do the same?
81.
Little note on Lee Bryant, actually. He went up and had his practice darts on stage earlier on, and he was blown away by the hall itself. Not played on a stage this big. He's only played in front of a crowd of 500 before, he reckons.
44.
More than that here this afternoon, I can assure you. But he went up there. First three darts, 180. Second three darts, 180. He was on for the 9, just as he was about to throw the 7th. Richard North kicked the stage light across the stage, and he yanked it somewhere else in the board. We shall see if Lee Bryant can produce anything like that in his first ever Euro Tour game against the jammy dodger James Wilson in a game coming up. Now it may be in a leg's time, half a leg's time, or it may be another 2.5, 3 legs. We don't know. We could be going all the way in this one.
140.
Well, Hamilton is in good shape to win this particular leg.
58.
He's more so now as well.
45.
And this leg for Schindler, he's only scored 161 in 3 visits. He's actually seen his average dip below that of Hamilton. And what a finish this would be. Oof, not a million miles away.
89.
Well, 180 would be good, Shindy.
.57, and you record
maybe
56.
rushing those, just giving up on this leg, but the hammer to claw it back once again, to get within a leg. Oh, he's hit double 1 again. Now he could. What does he do? Does he go at it?
24.
Yeah, split it, so maybe with Schindler being on 283 it was worth a go, but I don't know, it's horses for courses. Hamilton setting it up for next time, but it's just another illustration of the problems he's had today, Andy Hamilton. Can't afford to mess this one up now, although Schindler is still on 186 anyway. And that's found its way in, and Hamilton, well, he needed to win 3 on the spin. There's the first one. Needs to find 2 more, starting with a break here.
Well, since going 2-1 up, Martin Schindler has been able to hold his throw in 3 consecutive legs. And he's done it in 15, 16 and 19 darts.
58.
Now, that's all right. It's not great, but it's all right. However, going on that form, the hammer knows just a 15-dart leg could well be enough to get the break he wants, and suddenly he becomes favourite for this match again.
134.
And he is on for it.
That will do very nicely indeed. He needs to maintain that. But he can't do anything about Schindler's darts here. That will help him. Yeah, a little fist pump there from Martin Schindler. He knows how important that third dart was. He didn't want to give Hamilton too much encouragement at the start of this 10th leg.
Well, he's been good in the last 3 legs on throw, Martin Schindler, at finding a couple of visits in there, a couple of ton 40s,
58.
where he's just asserted his dominance in the leg. Needs another one of those visits now.
Yeah, he needs more visits from Hamilton like that as well. That's, I suppose, was coming in many respects.
60.
He is just opening the door a fraction. Can the hammer take advantage? He might be, you know, another one of those.
Yeah, would leave.
139.
And that's exactly what he's done. But Martin Schindler going toe-to-toe.
That is phenomenal from the wall. Hasn't hit a maximum in this game, but the 174 to leave a 2-dart checkout, one he's already taken out in this match. But the hammer, another one for the bull. Oh, and he just strays into the 5s. Oh my word, Andy Hamilton, it might be the last visit you have, because when Schindler was on 84 earlier on, he took it out in 2 darts. That established the 2-leg cushion in this match, which he has defended.
He didn't bide his time as long as this before, though. Double 6.
70.
And he's not there yet.
And he requires 35.
His stomach will have been turning cartwheels there.
Hamilton is hitting fewer than 1 in 4 of his darts at double. He is going to get 2 darts for the break of throw he needs. One of them does not find the mark. But the second one does, and that is the genuine hammer roar that we see for the first time. It is 5 apiece. He has survived 2 match darts. We're going all the way for the first time today here at the Happy Bet European Darts Matchplay. And it is the former world finalist Andy Hamilton who has a chance to knock out the World Cup of Darts star for Germany, Martin Schindler.
And just a little something back to the crowd from Andy Hamilton as well. One more example of the crowd playing their part in this particular match. As Hamilton sized up that double. Just a little response from the hammer when he took it out. Time to start things off for the 50-year-old.
60.
And it's a ton play 60. And all of a sudden Schindler just starting to look a little bit deflated here. Countless times today. Good recovery. Excellent recovery.
170.
Yeah, there's a little bit more aggression about the hammer now. Perhaps for the first time in this match, Andy Hamilton believes that he has got himself
60.
exactly where he needs to be. 60, followed by 60 for Martin Schindler. He is almost 100 points behind. The hammer can see the finishing line. He's already survived 2 match darts. And it could well be Hamilton versus Whitlock. He is racing towards the finishing line, Andy Hamilton.
140.
Purse lifts from Hamilton, 140, but he knows he's in a great position now. Schindler, though.
80.
Well, he needed one more treble there, you feel.
It never rains, it pours. And Schindler already struggling, already having missed 2 match darts, then has a dart fall out the board. And the hammer will just look to set things up now.
60.
Well, 60 off leaves the 84 that Schindler had a look at for the match. He needs 2 trebles to leave a finish. 3 would give him a much better chance, but he is still relying on Hamilton missing. There's one. Has to get another one.
97.
And doesn't get another one.
And
he knows
84.
he is just handed a golden ticket for round 2 to the former World Championship finalist Andy Hamilton. 64 remain, but he doesn't have to use the bullseye route. Oh, single 16.
44.
And he does rush it a little bit, but he does hit the target. So 3 match darts for Andy Hamilton. Looking at double top for a win, which didn't look that likely from 5-3 down, if we're honest.
And he requires
But he has
40.
just found enough when he needed it. Tops. Double 10. Still double 10.
Oh, well then.
20.
He just has a glance over to the scoreboard to see exactly how Martin Schindler is lying. Hamilton pointing a fake gun to his head there as he makes his way to the back of the stage. What a story this would be if Schindler were to take this out. It would be sensational. Here we go. Well, it's all gone a little bit flat now.
60.
Well, 3 darts missed already for this match, Andy Hamilton. He survived 2 match darts from Martin Schindler in the previous leg, but 3 more at double 10. Is it getting awkward? It is getting awkward
Blocker,
now.
massive blocker.
And he's going to end up on the balcony over here if he carries on going. Oh, no, he's going back the other way. Which way, Hammer? Well, he looks like he is right over here. Look at the angle. It is a ridiculous dart from Andy Hamilton. The hammer knocks down the wall and knocks Martin Schindler out of the Happy Bet European Darts Matchplay. He looked miles over to the left-hand side when he flung that last dart in the double 10. The hammer will take on the wizard Simon Whitlock in round 2 here in Hamburg. Coming up, it's another debutant, Lee Bryant, the man who until recently was sharing a house with Rob Cross, who's been a real revelation on the Pro Tour this year. Lee Bryant making his Euro Tour debut against the Jammy Dodger, Lethal Biscuit, James Wilson. That's coming up in just a few moments here, after we grab a few words from Andy Hamilton, who has won that game with Martin Schindler in a last leg decider with a quite frankly astonishing winning dart.
Andy, good to see you, by the way. Congratulations. That was a tough one, huh? When he was up 4-2, I was actually sure he would win this.
Yeah, very much. Martin played great there. I'm not saying deserved to win. I hit the final double to win the game, but what a great game, what a great crowd, and then a Martin side, and it probably gave me adrenaline to play my game, and I felt comfortable. I thought I was going to win, but obviously I went all the way to the wire, so I'm just glad I got through that.
Yeah. And the last match, that was the most difficult one, right? The first 2 were easier.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's how it is. It's Germany. It's hard, very hard to predict the game here. So it's just getting on that stage and just performing. You do your best job up there.
Simon Whitlock is the next one, tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I've gone a few past experiences with Simon, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that as well. Thank you very much, Andy. Andy Hamilton.